Hi there, ladies and gentlemen, this is Eastwood for Life fan, and this is movie pickups for the month of January 2020. Now, first things first, I'd like to say a big thank you to the new subscribers to the channel, as well as a big thank you to the regular subscribers to the channel for helping me achieve the mark of 500 subs. Really means a lot that you guys are watching and have supported us, and with that I will be holding a 500 subs contest, giving away some great goodies, so I'll keep you posted on that, and give us a couple of weeks where I'll get some nice goodies for you guys to win. So before we get to the pickups, I'm going to start my videos with shouting out fellow YouTubers who deservedly should get more subscribers and views on their channel, and this UK movie collecting YouTuber, definitely a channel that I reckon you guys should check out. He goes by the name of Blu-ray Collector, and great collector. You'll notice that in watching a video or two of his. Picks up a lot of the latest releases worldwide, and a collector of many mixed movie genres, and I could see his channel grow in the next few months. So guys, give him some YouTube love and support. Check his channel out. Say that Carlos, Eastwood for Life, highly recommended your channel. The link of his channel will be in the description box down below. So let's get to the pickups, and we'll start off with the DVDs first. A couple of horror DVD releases, and these were sent to me in a trade package from my good buddy Nick, The Last Shoegazer, and these are Scream Factory movie packs where you get 4 movies, and in this release I got The Dungeon Master, Cellar Dweller, Contamination, and Catacombs. I do like Scream Factory releases, so there's plenty of horror movies in this set. And he also sent me another Scream Factory 4 movies on 2 discs, and on this one you get What's the Matter with Helen, The Vagrant with Bill Paxton, The Godsend, and The Outing. And these were featured in the previous video in the trade package with Nick, The Last Shoegazer. So I won't go into great detail, you just have to check that video out. And the next horror title, I picked this up in my local CX store for 50p, and this is the original The Grudge movie. This one, I have seen the American one with Sarah Michelle Gellar, and that was okay, but I've always been told to watch the original first, and I think this one looks a bit more of a creepier watch than the American version. The Grudge. And a sci-fi horror movie that I'd never seen before, David Cronenberg movie. This one is XD Sens, starring Jennifer Jason Leigh, Jude Law, and also William Dafoe. Kind of a good movie. It's well made, and it's one of these movies where you think nothing is really going on at first, but towards the end of the movie everything kind of makes sense, where Jennifer Jason Leigh plays this she's like a female games designer, and she's testing her new reality game among a group of people. And then an armed assassin tries to take her out, and then as the game experience unfolds, you're kind of not sure if it's fantasy or reality. But yeah, not a bad movie, not my sort of movie if I'm truly honest, but well made for the David Cronenberg catalogue of movies. But yeah, not a bad watch, but probably not one I would want to revisit very often. On to some DVD westerns, and this one is Tin Star, a Anthony Mann western starring Henry Fonda and Anthony Perkins, late 50s western, where Henry Fonda plays a former sheriff and now he's a bounty hunter, and he comes into town to collect his bounty, and there's a young unexperienced sheriff played by Anthony Perkins, a young Anthony Perkins before his Psycho movies, and he kind of helps him out in becoming a little bit better on the gun and try to control the local town. But very good western, this one, the Tin Star, another classic Anthony Mann western. The next western is a late 60s western, Will Penny, starring Charlton Heston, and great cast in this one. You do have Donald Pleasance, who plays the Bible quoting preacher who's an outlaw, and also in this one you get Lee Majors, Bruce Dern and Ben Johnson. A strong cast in this very good American western, where Charlton Heston plays a aging cattle hand, and he also takes a extra job on as work is a little bit short of keeping trespassers and squatters away, where he goes to a small mountain cabin where there's a single mother and her boy living there, and he tells her to move on. And Charlton Heston, Will Penny, gets left for dead by Donald Pleasance and his outlaw gang, and then he returns to this mountain cabin where the single mother and boy takes him in as he tries to recover from his near-death incident. But very good western, this one, and I thought I hadn't seen this one before, but then I remembered the role of Donald Pleasance, of the outlaw. Fantastic role played by Donald Pleasance in this movie, Will Penny. And I picked up some more Walker Texas Ranger seasons, and this is season 2, Cordell Walker, and it's more or less a kind of like a modern day western series. This one started on season 1, and I am enjoying this series, and these are American editions. This is the 3rd season of Walker Texas Ranger. And then I also picked up season 4. There are 8 seasons in total. And then I had season 6 sent to us, included in the trade package with my good buddy Nick, The Last Shoegazer. I just need a few more to complete the collection of Walker Texas Ranger. On to the Blu-rays now. And this one, the classic 1960s sci-fi series, The Outer Limits, and this is season 2. And this was also included in that trade package with The Last Shoegazer. And you do get Robert Duvall, Leonard Nimoy and William Shatner, and also Adam West appears in this series in an episode or 2, and I'm looking forward to checking this series out. The Outer Limits, season 2. And more TV series I picked up. Season 1 of The Walking Dead exclusive steelbook, and this was sent to me by my good buddy Toddy Walnuts in a previous trade package. Season 1 was based in Atlanta. Rick Grimes as he looks for his family. Then season 2. This one has 13 episodes, and this season was based in the barn. And also season 3. This one contains 16 episodes. Great one, season 3 was. And this one's based in a prison, so I am looking forward to eventually picking up the other seasons in steelbook editions. And then the last of the TV series. In the previous update, I picked the first 4 seasons of Sons of Anarchy. I now have all 7. And I've picked up all 7 for the price of 17 UK pounds from my local CX store. And this one's season 6. And the final season, season 7. I'll have to start binge watching this series, The Sons of Anarchy. On to some Scream Factory releases, which I'll briefly show because this was in the previous video. I got Silent Night, Deadly Night, the Christmas classic slasher. Comes in the collector's edition with the slipcover. I think I'll hold on to watching this movie till Christmas. I also got The Blob, which I had a lot of fun revisiting watching this movie as I watched this yesterday. Just as I remembered it, a real fun sci-fi horror movie, this one, starring Kevin Dillon. Great release by Scream Factory, and you do get quite a few extras, which I will be watching this afternoon. But yeah, very pleased in this collector's edition of the Blob remake. Another horror classic. This is Stephen King's Children of the Corn. This is the 88 films release, the slasher collection, and not one of my favourite Stephen King movie adaptations, this one, but a solid one. I haven't seen the sequels about this religious cult of children, starring Linda Hamilton. She's in this movie. And then this one about a 11-year-old boy who gets possessed. Movie directed by Brad Payton, and he was the director who directed Rampage with The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. Not seen this one. This was added as a freebie from Nick. Checked out the trailer yesterday, looked pretty good. The next movie was a freebie sent to us by Toddy Walnuts, and this is Beatrice Senzi, also known as The Conspiracy of Torture, a late 60s movie from the director, the godfather of gore, Lucio Fulci. And as far as I know, this one on this info is uncut for the first time as a UK release, a 88 Films release, and this one is region 3, based on tragic true events about a young couple who plots to kill her abusive father, which causes uproar in the Roman Catholic Church. But this one stars one of my favourite actors in Eurocrime movies, Cuban actor Thomas Milian, who made a name for himself in Italy in many Eurocrime and spaghetti westerns movies. But this one I know very little about, in Beatrice Cenzi, or Cenzi, an Italian movie. And another movie from the 60s, early 60s, One-Eyed Jacks. I did have the Criterion release, the US release, but I'd sold that to get the UK release of One-Eyed Jacks, the only movie directed by Marlon Brando. And what a western this is, starring Carl Malden and also Ben Johnson in this American westerns. And I'd watched this last night for the first time in many years. A partnership in crime, 2 bank robbers. You do get the DVD and Blu-ray and the booklet. And the story in this movie: 2 bank robbers, Marlon Brando, who plays Rio, and his older partner, played by Carl Malden. They rob a bank in Mexico. They steal a couple of bags of gold. There's Carl Malden, always played the villain in a lot of his roles, and he kind of leaves his partner stranded on top of a hill, surrounded by the Mexican army, only to get sent to prison for 5 years, Marlon Brando, and then he escapes and he comes looking for his partner, who now lives in California. There he is, Carl Malden, as a sheriff, living on the wealth of the stolen gold that they robbed together. But very good western, this one. And Sam Peckinpah was originally going to be the director for this movie, but then Marlon Brando stepped in. And although this movie was a commercial flop, for me it's a great western. One-Eyed Jacks. And quite a long western, this one. It's around about the 2.5 hour mark. Informative booklet with Arrow Video. And there's Ben Johnson. He starred in many great westerns as well. But yeah, great one. This one, One-Eyed Jacks. The only movie directed by Marlon Brando. And another Arrow pickup. 1990, I think this was 1990 or late 80s. This is the King of New York, starring Christopher Walken, who plays Frank White, a drug kingpin who gets released from prison, and he decides to take back his former power. And this one does have a great cast in David Caruso, Lawrence Fishburne, Wesley Snipes, and also Steve Buscemi. Haven't seen this one since the VHS days, but this one's a dark gangster movie. This one does come in with the DVD and Blu-ray, and you do get the booklet. And I think I've got more or less all of the Christopher Walken movies that I would want from his movie career. The King of New York, Frank White. The next one's an Asian release, and this is the Korean release of Red Sonja, and this was included in the trade package video with Toddy Walnuts. And I did make a slight mistake in that video where I said that Bridget Nielsen was Swedish, but I knew straight away she's not Swedish. She's from Denmark, and this one not as good as the Conan movies, but not a bad movie in Red Sonja, where a female fearless warrior she tries to avenge her family's murder in this one. And this one is limited to 500 copies. Forgot to say it's a limited run, and my number is 479. Red Sonja, movie directed by Richard Fleischer. And I'll briefly just show this nice release. It does come in with a very cool collector's booklet. Far better than the UK release of this movie. A nice Korean release of Red Sonja. This nice slip box. Some more Jackie Chan movies, 80s Jackie Chan movies. I finally tracked down the Police Story 1 and 2 Eureka Limited Collector's set, and I haven't seen these movies since the VHS days, and these are great action movies. These you do get quite a few features. Probably Jackie Chan at his best, because the stunts are absolutely amazing in this movie. Where in the first one, I think he goes after a drug lord, and you do get the booklet. Amazing stunts in this. A superb release by Eureka, as well as 88 Films, I mean, releasing a lot of Jackie Chan movies. And this is the sequel, which I have seen also, and I think he gets demoted into this one as a traffic cop, but then he goes after these blackmailing bombers. And you also get the booklet in this release, as well as a ton of features. Yeah, so some more Jackie Chan movies. Oh, almost forgot, I did pick another Eureka release, and this is one in the 90s, City Hunter, and I've not seen this one. This also comes with the booklet. So guys, let us know if you've seen this one, because this is one I haven't seen. It also comes with a nice booklet. Of posters of the movie, worldwide, lobby card shots. City Hunter. I picked this one up at my local CX store for a reasonable price. Onto the 4K pickups, and only 2 in this update. I've picked up the sequel of It, and this is It Chapter 2, and this is the UK Zavvi Steelbook on 4K and Blu-ray. Absolutely enjoyed the reboot. It, not the mini series, which I really wasn't a fan of, but can't wait to check out the sequel. And I do know this one is quite a long movie. Just take this J card off. to reveal the back, and that is the back. You get 2 Blu-rays and a 4K disc. Yep, It Chapter 2 with these terrible thin J cards. And the last 4K release, and it is a collector's set, a beast of a release, and this is the Film Arena collector's edition of the Mule, and I will be unboxing this in a video because it's got a stack of goodies, and it is limited to 600 copies, and I have number 95, and I'm afraid to say this was the most expensive release that I've ever picked up, but me being a huge Clint Eastwood fan, I just couldn't help myself. This was actually a Christmas treat and buy for myself, but I didn't get until early January, and I will be showing this off in a unboxing video. So guys, that is all the movie picks that I picked up, and yeah, please sub to the channel of Blu-ray Collector. You will not be disappointed. So guys, till the next video, which I'm trying to stay regular every week or so, stay healthy and well, and as always, keep on collecting physical media.